right here. This girl right here, her name, for those of you that are not watching, I just put some blonde whore up on the webcam, on the video's feed. This lady right here, this little blonde doozy, she's a doozy, all right. She is a teacher. She's a UK teacher who had a baby with an underage student that she had sex with dozens of times while out on bail for sex with another 15-year-old boy. That's right. This Manchester math teacher, Rebecca Joynes, who is 30. She groomed the first boy by taking him shopping for a Gucci belt worth the equivalent of around $430. They got a fat salary up there in the UK for these teachers. The accuser told cops in an interview played in court, according to the Manchester Evening News. She then drove him back to her apartment for some unprotected sex, laughing when he told her he was too young to even drive. She said, "Oh, shut up. Stop saying that," the 15-year-old said of his teacher, allegedly teasing him about his young age. The pupil, only identified as Boy A, told cops that he stayed the night after twice having sex with the teacher. Oh, to be 15 and be able to go twice in one night again, boy, I miss those days. He allegedly told him while getting undressed that, quote, "No one better find out." Boy A told police that he never expected them to have sex. Hey, who would? But anyone in my position, when you're my age, if you ever see her, she is good looking. Or as he may have probably said, but in any position, when you are my age, if you ever see her, she is good looking. Jones was later arrested and released on bail on orders not to have unsupervised contact with anyone under 18. Imagine being told that. She was suspended from her school and eventually fired. But she soon started flirting with another pupil who sent her Snapchat messages about the initial arrest, asking her to get your tits out. I used to say that to chicks. She said, "Not tonight," but sent a picture of her ass instead to accuser Boy B, because there's two of them. As a young lad, I thought I was in there, he told the cops. Same thing I would have told him. I thought she liked me. She sent me pictures of her body. So basically, I asked if it would progress. He was invited to her home, which was awkward at first, the boy said, according to the report. Obviously, she was pretty nervous because she didn't want to get caught. And I was nervous because I was meeting up with someone double my age. I'd known them for a number of years, Boy B said in an interview played in court. She said something like, "I don't know if I want to do it until after you've left school or you turn 18. So for just a fleeting second there, she showed some restraint. That was the first time. And since then, there have been numerous times, he alleged, claiming he went around to her apartment at least 30 times. I thought she wouldn't do it again after she had already done it and been caught. I don't think she would do it again after being arrested, but she did. Jones eventually became pregnant and had a daughter with Boy B. However, she denies having sex with him before he turned 16, of course. That's no boys under 16, I swear. The regular age of consent in the UK. Or when she was still a teacher, she would raise the boy, which would raise that age of consent to 18. So if you're a teacher, the consent is 18. If you're not a teacher, the consent is 16. Remarkably, and in all honesty, quite brazenly, this was all happening while Miss Jones was on bail. She was out on bail, still having sex with underage kids. A 15-year-old cannot consent to sexual activity with an adult. 15-year-old school pupils don't exploit adult men and women who are their teachers. Jones has denied 6 counts of engaging in sexual activity with a child, including 2 while being in a position of trust. Her trial is ongoing. Now, I will be honest. When I was that age, if I was given, Madness, if you were given the opportunity to slay a teacher, it's hard to say no.
I don't know. I went to a Catholic school with a lot of old, crusty nuns with wax ears and big, fat, wrinkly asses.
Okay, so let's pretend you went to a public school and they were ripe for the picking, like this one here.
I'm not that into that. I don't think she's very attractive personally. I probably would just stick to someone my age and go to prom
Okay.
and do normal shit.
All right. So if you're 15, you're not looking to maybe slam your social studies teacher. Gally, is it? I mean, am I the one who's going to be considered abnormal here as the high school kid who would slam his social studies teacher now?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
When I was 14 years old, I had a teacher. I will not say her name.
Oh, come on. She's not listening.
I will not say. All right, Miss Burstein was her name.
All right.
And I pretended that I couldn't read because she had bombs. We called her Bombs Burstein.
Woo!
And I pretended I couldn't read.
Is
and
it Bernstein, like the Bernstein Bears?
Exactly.
I'm trying to look her up to send to the show.
So at the end of the day, I was like, "Hey, listen, I'm having a real hard time reading." Yeah. So she's like, "You know what? See me after school." So I went after school, and then she would read to me. When I tell you, I went to lunch the following day, and I told everyone that I was doing this. Wouldn't you know, there was like at least 6 dudes in that classroom that day, just doing a little story time with Mrs. Bombs Burstein.
So when did the lineup happen? When did the gangbang go down?
Yeah.
Never.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Right.
But
unfortunately, she wasn't a degenerate.
But yeah, there would be nothing stopping me at 15 years old. And not only that, I would keep my mouth shut. I would keep my mouth shut because I would want it to happen again and again and again as a 15-year-old. 100%.
I would like to think that 15-year-old me would have kayfabed that shit and just would have
I'm going to tell you both something. I don't think either of you at 15 would have been able to keep your mouth shut because you would have to tell your friends you were banging that teacher. There's no way. You at how what are you now, Gal? Are you 40-ish?
Yeah, I'm 39, yeah.
39. Okay. Yeah. So you're the same age as us. So our brains now, sure, we do it for ourselves. But back then, if you were doing that shit, you would need that status in that high school because that's what it was all about then. And then you want that buzz to go around the school. Hey, did you hear about Gally banging the English teacher? You'd know. You know you'd want that. That's my guess. And I know for a fact Ford over there would tell everyone. He would tell his parents, his grandma. He would go to the store and buy licorice and tell the candy guy. He would stop the ice cream man. Be like, "Oh, what do you want, kid?" "Nothing. I fucked my teacher. That's all."
Yeah, it would. Listen, I was known as like the class clown, believe it or not. And if I was able to notch one of the teachers in the old belt, yeah, I think it would be hard. It would be hard to keep my mouth shut. It really would be. I think Madness is right. I think I would have ended up being boy A.
He's 100% right. Yeah. There's no shot I don't tell at least the inner circle and hope that they don't tell anyone. Yeah. Honestly, I'd fucking tell my mom. I'd be like, "Mom, you'll never guess what happened."
I'd have been boy A. I would have
been boy B, and I would have a movie named after me called fucking, the Adam Sandler with fucking, I call it I Hate You, Dad, because that's what it was originally called. That's my boy.
So it's funny, Madness, you mentioned, you asked Gally's age there, and you just had a birthday yourself. So we, on behalf of the Ford show here at Madness, your birthday was 3 days ago as we were recording this here on May 9. I'd like to wish you publicly a happy birthday. I did so privately, but I will publicly say happy birthday to you, my friend. And I hope your birthday was everything that you wanted it to be, whatever it is you wanted it to be.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I greatly appreciate that with no sarcasm. But for my birthday, I want you to accept my screen share right now.
All right.
And while he's accepting your screen share, happy birthday, my friend.
Oh, thank you, Gally. I appreciate that, sir. We go way back, you and I, whole solid hour ago.
At least 49 minutes and 34 seconds ago.
Yeah. At least that. I think we're pushing our first hour anniversary as best friends. Okay.
But, anniversary? Our
Anniversary. I
10
like
minutes.
that. It's the first hour. If you can get along with somebody within the first hour of life these days,
I'm
that's
feeling this
pretty.
connection madness.
I love it. Me too. And that with social media now, people are just going on one fucking thread and they're just making enemies left and right. So within an hour, if you're friends or not. But here we go. That right there was the principal and teacher in our school.
Oh, shit.
Nice lady, nice nun, but that's what they look like. So when you guys are sitting here, talking about banging teachers and things, this is what I see.
You wouldn't dust that off, Madness?
I have no interest. I mean, maybe. How depends how deep into the tabernacle I got and how much church wine I've been sucking down.
If you're listening to the podcast, you have no idea that this woman is 70 years old. Or she actually
No.
celebrating her 70th anniversary.
This woman was 70 when I was in school. So, yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I mean, you can kind of see that she wasn't that bad when you had her in school, though.
Yeah, I could
You
see
know what
that.
I mean,
she's no Bombs Burstein, but
doesn't sound like it.
She almost could have been. Like,
I don't think she was into my type, but
maybe she was like a 7 or an 8. Now my scale's a little different. I say 7 or 8. I say 7 or 8 like bears. You know what I mean? Alcoholic beverages.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You need 7 or 8 beers to even start with that. Okay, that makes more sense than rating her at a 7 or an 8. I was
Bombs Burstein was like a fucking solid 0.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sober Jones. So now